From today, you don't need to come to the outer sect to attend classes anymore. The rear mountain is a wasteland. Isn't that a place even menial workers don't want to go? I heard that field had long been abandoned. What you plant dies of. The spiritual energy is even lighter than a latrine. After all, he had a mixed 5-element spiritual root. After 3 years of entry, he was still at the first level of chi refining. The sect didn't expel him, which was already merciful. Qinghe. Sect resources are limited, and do not nurture the useless. You go to the back mountain to guard the fields. Deliver at least 30 spiritual herb stalks every month. He could still retain his status as an outer disciple. If you can't hand it over, then go down the mountain yourself. What if that wasteland couldn't grow spiritual herbs? The seeds are not produced. That's your life. Why is junior brother Lu leaving so hastily? I heard you were exiled to the back mountain. Senior brother Zhao sent news quickly. A match among fellow disciples. Of course I have to come and see you off. Senior brother Zhao, what is this? Waste seeds were cleared out from the medicinal field a few days ago. Spiritual essence is completely lost. Throw it to the dog and the dog won't eat it. I thought junior brother Lu would just be guarding the wasteland. Waste spiritual root paired with waste seed. It was truly a match made in heaven. Qinghe, don't blame me for speaking rudely. The most important thing in life is to accept your fate. With your kind of spiritual root, cultivating immortality is impossible. It's better to just farm honestly. Let's do it. If you can use this useless seed to grow a spiritual herb, Zhao Xian will bow to you on the spot. You have to put it away. Maybe he could really grow an immortal emperor. Junior brother Lu, take good care of your cultivation. Waiting for you to grow it. I will definitely come and kowtow. Senior brother Lu, ignore them. Zhao Xian had now entered the inner sect. He loves to bully others. It's okay. It's worse than I imagined. More than half of the field had collapsed. The soil is dry, hard, and turns white. Weeds are sparse and sparse. There was hardly a trace of spiritual energy to be seen. If you can use this useless seed to grow a spiritual herb, Zhao Xian will bow to you on the spot. Scold. Everyone says I should accept my fate. But why? It's not that I haven't tried. But after the spiritual energy enters the body, it will always be scattered by 5 spiritual roots. I am unwilling to accept my 3 years of hard work. All his useless spiritual roots were wiped out with a single remark. What is this place? A spiritual field for all phenomena. 9 useless seeds actually came in with me. If you plant the seed instead, in places rich in spiritual energy, maybe there is a chance. The soil is shaking. The spiritual power that had been stagnant for 3 years actually moved. Turned out that what he lacked in these 3 years wasn't hard work, it's resources. Why can't the 5-element spiritual root be cultivated? Because all 5 spiritual roots need to be nurtured. Others can fill a cup with a bowl of water. I want to share a bowl of water with 5 dry ponds. Naturally, the water level is invisible. But what if there is a continuous supply of resources? What if I could grow spirit fruits with 5 different attributes? Could a mixed 5-element spiritual root still be a useless spiritual root? A spiritual field for all phenomena. You can plant spirit grass. Could it be another kind of plant? All things can be cultivated. Junior brother Lu, why didn't you sleep all night? Could it be that they're really waiting for useless seeds to sprout? One must recognize oneself clearly. Waste seeds are just waste seeds. A useless spiritual root is just a useless spiritual root. If you guard this wasteland, you should understand one thing. No way. This is no ordinary spirit-gathering grass. This is a century-old vintage. Qinghe's wasteland. How could 3 sprout overnight? And it was using the useless seed I personally threw out. You must have stolen the spiritual herbs from the medicinal field. Senior brother Zhao doesn't recognize it. But that's fine. The grass has already grown. Does what you said yesterday still count? Qinghe, stop pretending to be a ghost. You must have stolen the spirit-gathering herb from the medicine hall. Deliberately buried here to trick me. Steal. That's right. The Qinghe sect's medicine hall had just counted a batch of spiritual herbs yesterday. Maybe you stole it. Since senior brother Zhao accused me of stealing, then I'll have the steward investigate. Go and call the people from the pharmacy. I want to take a look. How could he explain a useless spiritual root? These 3-century-old spirit-gathering grasses. Su Weiniang, the junior sister of the Qinghe sect's medicine hall. Who says there are century-old spirit-gathering grass here? Senior sister Su is right here. Qinghe somehow stole 3 spirit-gathering grasses. Buried in a wasteland. They want to pretend they grew it themselves. Senior sister Su's spirit herb must be suspicious. There is indeed a problem. I knew it. The problem is, these 3 spirit-gathering grasses are extremely old. Yet the roots remain fresh and alive. The spirit had not yet faded. It really did just grow here not long ago. It doesn't look like a transplant. It doesn't look like something stolen. Senior sister Su, what do you mean? They really did grow out of this barren field. Judging by the traces, yes. The wasted seed grew overnight into a century-old spirit-gathering grass. Could there be a hidden spiritual vein in the desolate fields behind the mountain? Brother Zhao. The pharmacy staff had also checked. Can we fulfill our promises now? Qinghe, don't go too far. When senior brother Zhao spoke yesterday, it was much louder than now. Zhao Xian, you want to make a move in the medicinal field. You're lucky this time. Senior brother Zhao stopped kowtowing. Qinghe, do you think you rely on a few plants to come from? Unknown spiritual herbs can turn things around. A useless spiritual root is just a useless spiritual root. Today has embarrassed me. Someday, I will make sure you can't even hold this barren field. Junior brother Lu. These 3 plants really were grown by you. Last night, after I planted the waste seeds, found the center of this field. The soil seems wetter than elsewhere. Then try to draw the breath into the earth. I didn't expect it to grow out this morning. Junior brother Lu. These 3 spirit-gathering grasses are quite valuable. You'd better not show it to anyone casually. Thank you, senior sister, for reminding me. Zhao Xian had lost face today. He won't give up easily. If you use these 3 spirit herbs to exchange for contribution points, I'm afraid it will bring more trouble. I can help deliver it to the pharmacy. Exchange under the pretext of pharmacy purchase. At least this way no one would dare to rob them openly. Don't worry, I don't want your spirit herb, nor will they ask about things they shouldn't. I just think, if such a spiritual herb were destroyed in the back mountain, what a pity. Then I'll trouble senior sister Su. 2 trees can be exchanged for contribution points. I want to keep the last one for myself. Each plant can be exchanged for at least 50 contribution points. If the quality is even better, maybe it can reach 60. The 2 plants combined. I'll try my best to earn 120 contribution points for you. 120 contribution points. Outer disciples perform the lowest level of menial tasks. Even after a month you might not get 10 likes. These 2 spirit-gathering grasses. It was enough to equal a year's hard work for an ordinary outer disciple. Junior brother Lu, if this field can still grow spiritual grass, remember to come find me first. Spiritual herbs are a valuable thing, but it also easily attracts trouble. I remembered. This is the real thing that no one else can know. Enter the myriad phenomena spiritual field. Although the spiritual energy was still weak, yet it was several times more solid than before. The second level of chi refining had been stuck at the threshold for 3 whole years, and so it was broken. For 3 years. Everyone says I'm a waste. I was told to accept my fate sooner. But now, I finally broke through. A wood spirit fruit. It only allowed the wood element spiritual root to be slightly nurtured. So I was allowed to break through to the chi refining rin level. What if all 5 elemental spiritual roots were nourished? This is what is called a ruined spiritual root. It might become an opportunity no one could have imagined. What's going on? This is the activation of the fire attribute spirit field. The wood spirit fruit can nurture the wood spirit root. Fire belongs to the spiritual field. Can you grow the fire spirit fruit? Open. Everyone in the sect didn't believe that a ruined spiritual root could turn things around. Then let them see it with their own eyes. Waste seeds can grow 100-year-old spirit-gathering grass. Even a wasted spiritual root can cultivate a path to the heavens. What he lacked most right now wasn't high-grade spiritual herbs. Instead, it is a source of stability. The myriad phenomena spirit field can nurture the cultivation of century-old gathering spirit grass. But if he always brought out a 100-year-old spirit herb, it's too easy to invite trouble. Instead, it was a low-grade spirit herb from a low age. You can exchange for contribution points. It's not too conspicuous. Buy seeds. Condensing cheatgrass. Hemostatic flower. Clear heart leaf. How many? What do you want these for? These seeds have low survival rates. The vintage grows slowly. Even if you grow it, it's hardly worth your contribution. Outer disciples rarely buy it. I was sent to the back mountain to guard the fields. I want to try it. Back mountain. That place is not easy to farm. I'll give you these few bags of seeds cheaply. There are 3 main points in total. These fire date pits were left over by others. His spiritual aura was very poor. No one wants it even if you leave it here. Since you want to plant it, just take them together. Fire juju pits are perfect for fire element spiritual fields. Thanks a lot. Don't thank you. It's already good that the area behind the mountain can survive. Young people, don't be too stubborn. If you really can't plant it, and don't force it. I want to try again. The pharmacy has released a new task. Collect chi-fixing grass, hemostatic flower, and clear heart leaf. The higher the year, the greater the reward. These are exactly the seeds I just bought. I took on this task. Junior brother Lu also wanted to take on the mission. Uncle sure, I've accepted all these herb-gathering tasks. Zhao Xian, you are an inner disciple. These low-level quests probably don't help you much. I borrowed it for a few junior brothers. Can't you? Register and take it. Unfortunately, junior brother Lu arrived a bit late. Zhao Xian must be doing this on purpose. Of course. Everyone knows he lost face yesterday on the back mountain. Lu Qinghe was just as unlucky. It was hard enough to earn some contribution through tasks. It was robbed again. Junior brother Lu, you're guarding the wasteland right now. This is probably the time when contributions are lacking. What a pity. There are only so many sect tasks. Don't be too slow. Senior brother Zhao is trying to grab these tasks. It was for gathering medicinal herbs. Not really. Then I wish senior brother Zhao good luck. What do you pretend to be high? There are no tasks. Let's see what you can exchange for contributions. Others rush to take on tasks because they could only go into the mountains to find spiritual herbs. I am different. I can directly plant the quest rewards. He first dug a few ditches outside the wasteland. If there is not a single trace of cultivation on the back mountain, on the contrary, it easily arouses suspicion. This time was different from the waste seed-growing spirit-gathering grass. There are even more low-grade spirit herbs. The spiritual power required is also more stable. Guiding the seeds with spiritual energy. He was busy all day. His spiritual power was nearly exhausted. Wait a minute. It turns out that farming is also a form of cultivation. Each adjustment of spiritual power strength. It was as if I was sorting out the 5 elements within my body. His cultivation had actually stabilized. The originally floating spiritual power, during repeated planting activities, become full and grounded. This was truly a pleasant surprise. You can't take too much the first time. If you take out hundreds of 30-year-old spirit herbs at once, the entire pharmacy would be alarmed. It is the fire juju pit. 3 crimson flame fruits actually appeared. After the wood element spiritual root was nurtured, it can already draw in some spiritual energy. Now, the fire attribute spiritual root had also been ignited by the crimson flame fruit. Wood makes fire. 2 streams of spiritual energy resided within his body. For the first time, there was a faint response. although he hadn't broken through to a new realm, but his cultivation was even higher than when he first entered the second level of qi refining. It's much more stable. What's more, I found the right path. The 5 elements mixed spiritual roots are not useless. You just need to cultivate the 5 elements one by one. Then let them form a cycle. Others build a road. I want to build 5 roads. But in a single day, 5 routes are connected. This is the great Tao of the 5 elements. Junior brother Lu. Senior sister Sue, I want to exchange for some contribution points. 30-year-old condensed cheegrass. 30-year-old hemostatic flower. And also Qinghe. These are also grown from the back mountain. Yesterday we tried planting a batch. Yesterday I tried planting it. Today I brought it over. Junior brother Lu, you didn't bring much this time. I can settle the price at the pharmacy's purchase price. But if you have more in the future, it's best to deliver them in batches. I mean the same thing. It's enough that you know what you're doing. Spiritual herbs are resources. Resources are plentiful. There will also be many people who are jealous. You exchanged a total of 38 contribution points for this batch of spirit herbs. Not too much, not too little, just right. Help me get a batch of better spiritual herb seeds. You still have to plant. Since you guard the fields, you must guard the fields well. Others cultivate immortality and wish they could enter the cave dwelling to seclude themselves every day. Lu Qinghe was different. He wanted to show people. This herb gathering task is really exhausting. Why did you come to the pharmacy? Exchange for contributions. You have no mission. What can you exchange for contributions? 38 points. How is this possible? I led people into the mountains and worked hard all day. He barely managed to gather a few 10-year-old spirit herbs. Altogether, it didn't even reach 10 contribution points. Why does Lu Qinghe have 32 points? He exchanged spirit herbs for contributions again. Didn't senior brother Zhao take all the tasks away? Then where did you get the spirit herbs? Planted. Planted. Right. Senior brother Zhao is stealing the mission. I had no choice but to plant the quest rewards. I rushed the mission yesterday. Originally, it was meant to cut off Lu Qinghe's source of contributions. But Lu Qinghe turned around and took it. The spirit herb came to the medicine hall to exchange for contributions. We worked with Zhao Xian all day. They're not as good as Lu Qinghe, who just guards the fields. Lu Qinghe, don't get cocky. The 3-day deadline hadn't arrived yet. Once the steward hall investigates the origin of your spirit herb, I see if you can still laugh. Then senior brother Zhao, remember to arrive on time. Teacher. Suddenly, so many spiritual herbs had sprouted in the desolate fields of the back mountain. Don't you find it strange? What do you want to say? I suspect Lu Qinghe is secretly hiding sect spiritual medicines. They might even have discovered a spiritual vein beneath the back mountain. Yet he did not report it to the sect. The spiritual vein of the back mountain. 3 days later, I asked Uncle Master to investigate in person. 若真有灵脉. Naturally, the sect could not let a useless spiritual root monopolize it. If there is truly something unusual, the steward hall will handle it themselves. That's what I want. Beyond that mist, it seemed there was even more vast land. Others compete for resources. I plant resources. Others seek opportunities. I plant the opportunity. Zhao Xian, didn't you want to investigate? Then I'll let you see for yourself. What could this wasteland possibly grow? These are metallic and water element spiritual fields. The golden threadgrass seed is buried in the golden spirit hill. Lotus seeds from the cold pool are buried in the blue lingxiu. As long as both succeed, and the 5 elements have already obtained 4. As for the nature of earth, sooner or later it will be made up. The people from senior brother Lu's steward hall arrived. Zhao Xian brought manager Lu along. There were also a few outer disciples. He said he would investigate your fields. Lu Qinghe. Someone reported you for secretly stashing herbs from the medicine hall. The mite reports on the spiritual veins of the rear mountain. Today, the deacon hall will conduct inspections according to regulations. You must not stop it. Investigate the fields. Fortunately, it was last night. I deliberately gave a small amount of spiritual fields. Spiritual energy was drawn into the center of the barren field outside. Therefore, that soil is wetter than elsewhere. Carried a faint spiritual aura. The soil here truly has spiritual energy. I told him he discovered the spiritual vein behind the mountain. But the mites did not report it. Senior brother Zhao understood spiritual veins. I don't understand. Manager Lu naturally understood. This wasteland indeed has spiritual energy, but it is extremely weak. It hardly counts as a spiritual vein. At most, it can only be said that the local energy is occasionally returning. No spiritual veins have been discovered yet. No way. So where did his spirit herb come from? He was a useless spiritual root. Why should they grow a century-old spiritual herb? There must be something here. Zhao Xian. You're here today to inspect the fields. Still coming to destroy the fields. Zhao Xian withdrew. Steward Lu. Steward Lu. The pharmacy also wanted to see this field. Disciple Su, what brings you here? Junior brother Lu sent it yesterday. Ningxi grass and Qinghe leaf are of good quality. The elder of the medicine hall asked me to take a look at the soil at the back mountain. At the same time, confirm whether future acquisitions can be stable. The pharmacy actually started protecting Lu Qinghe. This is not a spiritual vein. However, the spiritual energy in the soil is slightly more active than in ordinary wasteland. If you take careful care, it was indeed possible to grow low-grade spirit herbs, since the pharmacy said so too. That concludes today's inspection. Steward Lu. That's enough. The attendant hall inspects the fields. I'm not here to mess around with you. Lu Qinghe's matter wasn't over yet. I'm waiting. Your field is truly extraordinary. Today I can cover it up. It's because they haven't found any spiritual veins. But the more spirit herbs you bring out in the future, the more people are staring at you. I understand. Zhao Xian would not give up. He has backing in the inner sect. You have to be careful. Senior Sister Su was reassured. I won't cause trouble on my own. I'm not worried about you causing trouble. Things will come to provoke you. This was the contribution earned by 2 spirit gathering grasses on a different day. A total of 120 points. I replaced you partially. Contribution points and some seeds. So it doesn't attract too much attention. These are the leftover seeds filtered out by the pharmacy. Lack of spirituality. The survival rate of normal planting is not high. If you can use it, give it a try. Thank you, senior sister. It's cool. The previously hot spiritual energy instantly calmed down. Reached the 3rd level of Qi refining. Everyone says that mixed 5-element spiritual roots are useless spiritual roots. But they don't know. It's not impossible to cultivate the 5 elements mixed spiritual roots. But it's too expensive. This bell is the signal for gathering at the outer gate. 3 days later, the outer gate competition began. Any outer disciple above the 3rd level of Qi refining can register. The first 10 are. You may enter the treasure pavilion to select a scroll of cultivation methods. A spiritual field for all phenomena. Since you can grow spiritual herbs and fruits, can we cultivate cultivation techniques? If the remnants of the seed can be restored, where's the fragment? Didn't Zhao Xian say that a useless spiritual root is always useless? So this time, the outer sect competition. So I let everyone see. Even the 5 elements waste root can be cultivated into a heavenly spiritual root. Lu Qinghe signed up. Minimum requirements for the outer gate competition. Practice Qi triple. He had reached the 3rd level of Qi refining. Impossible. Just a few days ago he was said to be at the 1st level of Qi refining. Could it be those few trees on the back hill? The spirit herb really gave him a stroke of luck. Even a broken spiritual root can break through this quickly. Lu Qinghe. 3 layers of Qi refining. Permission to participate. 3 layers of Qi refining. It's only been a few days. He had actually reached the 3rd level of Qi refining. Wrong. This was far more than just a matter of a few spirit herbs. Lu Qinghe must be hiding a secret. Junior brother Lu. His cultivation improved quite quickly. Not bad. Not bad. Cultivation built by forcing pills into the process. And dares to participate in the outer sect competition. No one on the broadcast station is willing to let you go. Isn't senior brother Zhao an inner disciple? He also participated in the outer sect mini-competition. I can't go on stage. But the outer sect has plenty of people who can teach you how to be a good person. Then I'll wait. Rules for the small competition. The point is over, and must not intentionally harm others. Do not use poisonous substances. The winner advances. The defeated are dismissed from the platform. Lu Qinghe. I've heard of you. Is it? The 5 elements have destroyed their spiritual roots. He was exiled to guard the fields in the rear mountains. To be honest, I actually admire you. Replace me. He had long lost the face to participate in the mini-competition. Begin. It's over. Zhou Ping's vine-binding technique was the most effective against those who couldn't use movement techniques. Lu Qinghe couldn't dodge. Fire type. Go. His spells were not sophisticated. But why is the spiritual energy so steady? Every move was quite ordinary. Yet he always manages to restrain me. How did Lu Qinghe's spiritual energy convert so quickly? Isn't he the hardest to control spiritual energy with mixed spiritual roots? He seemed to be able to use all 5 elements. Damn it. More than a dozen moves. My spiritual energy is almost exhausted. How could he still be so steady? Lu Qinghe, you forced me into this. You lose. 7th broadcast channel. The green grain of the land prevails. He won. Zhou Ping, who was at the late stage of qi refining at the 3rd level, lost just like that. Wasn't it said that the spiritual energy of the ruined spiritual root was chaotic? Why do I feel like he's even more steady than Zhou Ping? Senior sister Su really has a 5-element useless spiritual root. Maybe. It's not the 5 elements that are ruined. Let him be proud for a while. The next match is the real arrangement. Chunlai was at the peak of Qi refining stage 4. 15 in front of the outer gate. Specializes in fire-type spells. I heard you can use all 5 elements. Will a little. Knows a bit of the 5 elements. He just doesn't know anything about it. Today, I'll show you what I mean. What is true fire magic? Begin. I see how you hide this time. He originally planned to keep it to nurture the water spirit root, but now it was just right for use. Change for another victory. No way. You're at the 3rd level of Qi refining. How could it possibly block my fire serpent technique? You dare use fire magic against me. The green grain of the land prevails. He defeated Chunlai. The top 10 of the outer gates should be secure. Who said he had a useless spiritual root? You've seen a useless spiritual root that can be swapped for 4 types of spiritual energy in a row. Lu Qinghe's matter wasn't over yet. Lu Qinghe had just taken it. Like a certain water attribute spiritual fruit. That spiritual fruit aura was pure. This is definitely not something an ordinary pharmacy can have. The secret he carries. Probably deeper than I imagined. Lu Qinghe. It was the 5 elements mixed spiritual root that had been exiled to the back mountain. Precisely. Interesting. 10 days before the outer gate, one may enter the first level. Each selected a scroll of cultivation manuals. A complete cultivation method cannot be forced. Even the remaining scrolls depend on fate. Come out within an hour. Qinghe, you really picked the incomplete papers? 5 elements cultivation methods are the most difficult to cultivate. Still a fragment. Aren't you just setting yourself up? Confirm this one. Are you sure? This scroll is severely damaged. After the first 3 pages, everything is destroyed. If you force yourself to cultivate, it may not necessarily be beneficial. Thank you for reminding me. Sometimes opportunity is just opportunity. Sometimes it's also a jia. You choose your own path, walk your own path. The disciple understands. I thought you really had some kind of ability. Unexpectedly, he entered the Cangjin pavilion. So I picked a useless paper. Senior brother Zhao's news still came so fast. A fragmented scroll paired with a ruined spiritual root. It's also appropriate. Senior brother Zhao, the useless seed you gave me before. A century-old spiritual herb grew. Today's useless book. Maybe something will grow out of it too. The cultivation technique can still grow. Qinghe, you're crazy farming, aren't you? Who knows? Enter the myriad phenomena spiritual field. Waste seeds can grow 100-year-old spiritual herbs. What could a useless, incomplete scroll possibly grow? The Earth Attribute Spirit Field was also successfully activated. It was actually the Earth Origin fruit. It can nurture Earth Attribute spiritual roots, stabilize the Dantian, perfect the cycle of the 5 elements. Wood makes fire. Fire generates earth. Earth generates metal. Metal generates water. Water generates wood, and cycles are formed. Qi training is 4 layers. The 5 elements mixed spiritual roots are indeed difficult to cultivate. But once the 5 elements are balanced, it's not just waste. In fact, it was more stable than a single spiritual root. Thicker and better able to hold spiritual energy. Others cultivate the E lineage. I am repairing around. As long as the 5 elements keep cycling, my spiritual energy will continue to flourish. The 5 elements are not neglected. The Hunyuan is the beginning, although his cultivation was still at the 4th level of Qi refining. But the level of spiritual energy staring within him had far surpassed before. If he ran into Qinlai again, there was no need to take the water spirit lotus seed. Can also directly break the opponent's fire serpent technique. There is movement outside. Someone is destroying fields. Who? The spiritual energy was rapidly dissipating. This is Juling Esh, specializing in destroying spiritual fields and spiritual resources. Since the other party dared to make a move at night, this meant Zhao Xian was completely anxious. 今日是毁田. Tomorrow might be murder. The spiritual plant vine is tough, if planted around barren fields outside, and thus the land was secured. Can also provide warnings. Zhao Sun wants my secret, trying to cut off my path. Then don't blame me for being merciless. You said Qinghe noticed you. B. His cultivation was not at the 3rd level of Qi refining. What do you mean? He was very fast. The spiritual energy was sharp and sharp. I suspect he's already at the 4th level of Qi refining. 4 layers of Qi refinement. It's only been a few days. There must be great opportunities in the back mountain. Otherwise, a 5 elements wasted spiritual root. How could it possibly start from the first level of qi refining? He rushed all the way to the 4th level of qi refining. Since ordinary methods can't find out, then let's try something else. Senior brother Zhao meant. Looking for the lost mouse. That was forbidden items. If discovered by the law enforcement hall, who said it should be used within the sect? Didn't Lu Qinghe like Morita? Then let him sleep forever in the fields. Not a person. They are very small in size. It's fast. Here it comes. Soul lost mouse. The soul-bewildering mouse is of low rank, but was extremely sinister and vicious. It can spit out soul-bewitching substances. He caused disciples with low cultivation to pass out in their sleep. If no one notices it, if light, the spirit and soul are harmed. In severe cases they may never wake up again. Zhao Xian truly wants my life. Zhao Xian. This is the path you chose to walk yourself. Junior brother Lu. What happened to senior sister Su? Can you come inside and talk? Elder Shin has gotten into trouble. Elder Shin Chongfeng of the Law Enforcement Hall. Well, Elder Shin is tracking down the traces of evil cultivators. After returning, he forced himself into seclusion to heal. This morning, my breath is chaotic. The inner demon enters the body. Dan Feng judged that he had to refine the clear heart pill to suppress his inner demons. The medicine hall does not have Qinghe grass. There is, but the vintage isn't enough. Ordinary Qinghe grass can only calm the mind. He couldn't suppress the inner demons of an elder. Senior sister Lin Miaozhen from Danfeng said. At least 300-year-old Qinghe grass stalks, preferably freshly picked, still clever and intelligent. 3-century-old Qinghe grass plants. Junior brother Lu, I knew this request was quite suspicious. If you don't, when I didn't say it. However, Elder Shin had protected the outer disciples many times. If something happens to him, the law enforcement hall would probably be chaotic too. Shin Chongfeng was strict and fair. There aren't many people like this in Qingyun sect. If he falls, the people behind Zhao Xian would only act more recklessly. Are you in a hurry? It must be delivered to Dan Peak before noon today. It was less than 2 hours until noon. Senior sister Su waited a moment. You have? I'll go check the fields. There are still plenty of Qinghe leaf seeds. Not bad. This time, 7 Qinghe grass plants were fully mature. The remaining seeds lack spirituality. Only 30 years old. This was actually Qingling Du. It can temporarily stabilize the soul, suppressing inner demons. This thing might be even more useful than Qinghe grass. "100 years. It really is a century-old Qinghe grass. There is also a drop of clear spirit dew here. Maybe it can help." Pure spiritual dew. Junior brother Lu, this thing is far too valuable. Saving people is important. Today's events. The pharmacy took note. If Elder Shin could wake up, I will also note it down. Senior sister Su, go quickly. It seemed it would be hard for him to keep a low profile from now on. Once these things enter Dan Peak, it will definitely cause a shock. But sometimes, hiding your abilities can save your life. Sometimes it shows its value. That's why others won't dare to touch you easily. The medicinal materials are not aged enough. Lin Shi's nephew. The medicine hall had already gathered all the Qinghe grass. What I want is the century-old Qinghe grass. Not these defective products from 20 or 30 years old. Elder Shun's inner demon entered his body. Ordinary heart-clearing pills can only suppress them for a while. Once it bites back, the consequences were even more severe. 100-year-old Qinghe grass. Pharmacies really don't have one now, so he had to take the risk and forgive. Senior sister Lin found the century-old Qinghe grass. Open it. Freshly picked. B. Where did it come from? Back mountain. Lu Qinghe's. And this? What is it? Pure spiritual dew. Pure spiritual dew. And the purity is so high. This matter should not be spread outside. I understand. Rise. Became. Elder Shin, you're awake. Who refined the pill? Disciple refining pills. The medicine hall supplied medicine. The medicine is good. The main medicine is not the pharmacy stock. It was a century-old Qingxin grass sent by Lu Qinghe from the back mountain. He also gave him the Qingling dew. Lu Qinghe. He was recently exiled. An outer disciple of the rear mountain guardian Eretion. That 5 elements mixed spiritual root. Is him. He had already said where the spiritual herbs came from. No. Do you believe him? The disciple thought he was not a bad person. The spiritual herb is free from evil energy. Pure and pure dew of pure spirit. Though the source is doubtful. But the items are fine. Then let him first take credit for the merit. And also, let's check who has been active near the back mountain recently. Elder Shin suspected someone was attacking him. Just because I woke up doesn't mean I know nothing. When I was investigating the evil cultivators, he discovered that someone within Qingyun sect was communicating with outsiders. Recently, spiritual herbs have been growing frequently on the back mountain. If I were one of those people, they also keep an eye on it. Evil cultivation. Not sure yet, but the sect itself is not clean. Lu Qinghe shouldn't alert too many people for now. This disciple may be more important than we imagine. Junior brother Lu. I heard you brought something good to the pharmacy again today. Senior brother Zhao's news was truly spiritual. The back mountain is so remote. But you keep bringing out century-old spirit herbs every few days. You said, if I were to bring this up, tell all the elders. What will happen? So what does senior brother Zhao want? Very simple. Hand over your method for planting spirit herbs. And also, you found it on the back mountain. Everything. And hand it over as well. If I don't hand it over. Lu Qinghe. Don't think you've made it into the top 10 of the outer gate. Then you can really go against me. I am a disciple of the inner sect. 6 layers of chi refinement. You're just a useless spiritual root that just got up. I ask you one last time. Communication. Still not handing it over. Brother Zhao. Have you forgotten? This field is now guarded by me. Lu Qinghe. What do you have to defend? Just this broken hoe. Did you hear that? I'm giving you a chance now. You take the initiative to hand it over. At least he could still survive. Continue to be your Morita disciple. If I were to do it myself, then you won't even have the chance to kneel and beg for mercy. Senior brother Zhao wants to try. Looking for death. For layers of chi refinement. Sure enough, you've broken through again. In just these short days, from the first level of chi refining to the 4th level. This shows that the secret of the back mountain is not just about planting spiritual herbs. It can even make a broken spiritual root defy fate. This kind of chance. Why should it fall on Lu Qinghe? Take him down. What? Trivial skills. Do you really think a few vines can hold me off? Lu Qinghe. Let's see how many moves you can hold out. What are you doing? The sect disciples fought privately, still fighting in the medicinal field. You are not timid. Senior brother Qinghe, I just said. What are you only? I only heard that the spiritual fields behind the mountain were unusual. Let's take a look. But who knew Lu Qinghe was guilty? Attack me first. I saw it clearly when I came. You three surrounded disciple Lu. Su Weiniang, your pharmacy is being too meddlesome. Elder Shin had just woken up. An order has been issued to thoroughly investigate private strife within the sect in recent times. Zhao Xian came with me back to the law enforcement hall to explain the situation. Good. I'm going to the law enforcement hall. Lu Qinghe, you can protect yourself for a while. He couldn't protect this land for a lifetime. Senior brother Zhao, take care. Hurt. Minor injuries. Zhao Xian had already gone mad. He dared to bring people today to pressure you. Tomorrow he'll dare to do something even worse. I know. Elder Shin woke up. Your Qingxin grass and Qingling dew saved him. He told the law enforcement hall to keep an eye on the back mountain for now. At least openly, Zhao Xian dared not act recklessly anymore. Openly, I dare not do so. That doesn't mean they don't dare to do it in secret. If there is danger, send the message immediately. Good. It seems that just a few mountain vines are not enough. The entire back mountain needs to be cleared. Truly become your own turf. How could there be so much absolute spirit ash? Zhao Xuanxue was clever. He wants to destroy the fields, and all other medicinal fields were completely abandoned. I can no longer produce spirit herbs. Naturally, the pharmacy wouldn't continue to protect him. Absolute spirit ash can destroy ordinary spirit fields. It was because it blocked the flow of spiritual energy. But if you use this blockade power instead, lock the spiritual energy underground, not letting it drift away. That was the prototype of the spiritual vein. This is a first-tier spiritual vein seed. It can gather the earth's energy, nourishing the spiritual fields, formed a miniature spiritual vein, and destroyed the fields. Good. Then I'll grow a spiritual vein. Zhao Xian, I'll accept your gift. This is what exactly happened last night. Someone scattered the spirit ash and intended to destroy the fields. Spirit ash extinguished. Zhao Xian. Except for him. I can't think of anyone else. He went too far. This is no longer just a private fight. It would destroy the sect's spiritual field. The evidence is insufficient. As for this field, and destroyed and completed, how could this be called not destroyed? This was clearly the spirit ash sprinkled down. Instead, it scattered a field with even richer spiritual energy. I will tell Elder Shin about the absolute spirit charcoal. Thanks a lot. And also, the changes in this field cannot be sustained for long. Pharmacy, Danfeng Law Enforcement Hall. Everyone will find out soon. I know. What did you say? The rear hill was submerged and abandoned. Ash of the spirit of absolute spirit was scattered across the entire field. How could it not be useless? It's real. Not only is it not useless. This morning, I saw spiritual mist rising from the back mountain from afar. The spiritual energy of that field. It seems even denser than before. That's impossible. Jeweling ash could even destroy the spiritual fields of the medicine hall. What right did Lu Qinghe have? This is not a talisman from Qingyun sect. Do you want Lu Qinghe's secret? Who are you? You don't have to care who I am. You just need to know. The things hidden in his field. It shouldn't belong to a useless spiritual root. You can help me. As long as you take me into the back mountain of Qinghe sect, I'll help you get his secret. And by the way, make that useless guy shut up forever. I want him to die. The spiritual veins of the outer fields have just formed. It is possible to open up a peony garden behind the mountain. The next stage. Breeding spirit pets. Guarding the spiritual fields. Spiritual pet. This is the field destroyed by the spirit Esh. B. If he hadn't seen the traces of absolute spirit ash with his own eyes, I find it hard to believe someone destroyed this place last night. Perhaps this field is tough. Elder Shin had already ordered someone to investigate the source of the absolute spirit ash. This item is not the sect's official stock. Secretly, it flowed into the outer gate. The involvement is significant. Have you found out Zhao Xin? There is currently no direct evidence. But Elder Shin asked me to pass it on to you. Zhao Xin has not been allowed near the back mountain recently. If he comes again, you can directly activate the communication talisman. The law enforcement hall will arrest people immediately. And one more thing. You offer 100-year-old Qingxin grass and Xingling dew. Saved Elder Shin. The sect has decided to reward you with one entry. The miscellaneous treasury offers opportunities to select treasures. Miscellaneous treasure vaults. Qinghe sect had accumulated over many years. Besides regular resources, there are also many things whose purpose cannot be determined. All are stored in the miscellaneous treasury. There are also some unrecognized antiques. The quality of something depends entirely on discernment. You can only pick one piece. Items whose purpose cannot be determined. For others, this is a bit of a chicken rib. For myself. But it might be a seed. Elder Shin said, if you have time today, you can come with me. Go now. Elder Shin issued an order. Lu Qinghe entered the miscellaneous treasure vault to select an item. Is the farmer behind the mountain? Go in, and you can only get one item in half an hour. Once something is taken out, it must not be replaced. Only choose once you're determined. The disciple understands. On the first row of wooden shelves were broken magical artifacts. The sword blank and artifact spirit are both quite good. But what is needed most now is something that can guard the back mountain. All these things are useful for the myriad phenomena spiritual field. Unfortunately, he could only take one. Spirit pet embryo. That's it. Shweezy. The treasure vault was filled with broken meat. But there are still a few magical artifacts that can still be used. Are you sure you want this bottle of dead blood? Are you sure? Interesting, you young people. Each one loves to gamble on chance. Once you step out this door, you can't go back on your word. He did not regret it. Recently, the sect has been unsettled. Elder Shin advised you not to go down the mountain alone. It was related to evil cultivators. The group Elder Shin was investigating. Skilled in controlling insects and corroding spiritual veins. Although Spirit Gray is not their method. But their nature is similar. Controlling insects. Corroding spiritual veins. In short, be careful. Thank you, Senior Brother Qin. The dragon creatures shed remnant blood. No wonder the miscellaneous treasury can't be used. This bloodline. Ordinary methods couldn't awaken her at all. That's it. And could not be received for 3 days. I didn't leave the back mountain. During the day, he transplanted spiritual herbs in the outer medicinal fields. Organized the spiritual fields and veins. At night, they nurture black eggs in the Wangxiangling field. From now on, I'll call you Black Scale. Black Scales. You can also organize your spiritual veins. It wasn't for nothing. There is something. Decaying spirit worms. Not long ago, Qinghe warned him. The evil cultivator Shen Changfeng was investigating. Skilled in breeding insects and corrosive spiritual veins. Now this thing appears in the fields. It seemed the person behind Zhao Xian had already made a move. You said you wouldn't alert the sect. Feel relieved. Just a larva. It will help me see what exactly is hidden in that field. What I want is for Lu Qinghe to die. Not to lure Qingyun's sect here. Nephew Zhao, you're not qualified to teach me how to do things yet. But your wish will soon come true. That sacred field behind the mountain. More interesting than you say. You promised. The opportunity will be mine. Of course. As long as you can hold on to it. Even the evil cultivation insect seal can be planted. Hold your horses. Fragment of the insect taming breaking technique. Can identify low-level insect seals. Can break the control of the decayed spirit worm larvae. It can temporarily suppress the restlessness of the swarm. The evil cultivator controls the insect seal. This matter must be reported to Elder Shen. Decaying spirit worms. Elder Shen recognized him. The group of evil cultivators I was investigating. It was precisely this kind of thing that polluted the spiritual vein. Destroying people's medicinal fields. The corrupted spirit worm alone isn't strong. But one day a mother insect commands them. Hundreds or even thousands of them were buried at the same time. Even the best spiritual fields will be devoured to death. How did you find out? Spiritual pet. A few days ago, he picked a bottle of demon blood from the miscellaneous treasure vault. Hatched by luck. Can sense evil chi. Spiritual. The corrupted spirit worm appeared on the back mountain. It means they've already set their sights on you. It was related to Zhao Xian. I'm looking it up. And one more thing. The Qingmu secret realm will open in 3 days. Qingmu secret realm. It was a small secret realm near Qingyun's sect. It opens every 3 years. Inside, there were mostly low-grade spiritual herbs, demon beasts, and broken ancient artifacts. For lower-level disciples from the outer and inner sects, it was a rare experience. According to the original plan, the front 10 outer gates and part of the inner gate, all disciples can enter the secret realm. You made it into the top 10 in the outer sect competition. There are also spots available. Elder Shen wanted me not to go. The back mountain was already targeted by evil cultivators. There were too many people in the secret realm, eyes everywhere. It really is too dangerous. I originally wanted you to stay in the sect as well. But since the corrupt spirit worm had already appeared, this means the evil cultivators might also be eyeing the Qingmu secret realm. In the Qingmu secret realm, there is a spiritual plant called cordyceps cleansing grass. Can counter the larvae of the corrupted spirit worm. If you can find mature cordyceps cleanser, it benefits the back mountain. A spirit plant that counters the corrupted spirit worm. If I get seeds or broken roots, can grow a whole patch. I'll have Qinghe lead the team. Su Weiniing would also enter the secret realm to gather herbs. If you go, you must stay close to them. Do not act alone. Junior brother Lu's secret realm is not like a sect. Zhao Xuanrua wanted to make a move. It's more convenient there. Zhao Xian will go too. He has a quota for inner disciples. Then I should go even more. Junior brother Lu. Elder Shen. Since Zhao Xian had already connected with the evil cultivators, he wouldn't miss this opportunity. Rather than hiding in the shadows, better to let him reveal himself. You want to lure the snake out of the hole. The disciples' cultivation is not high. I dare not speak of attracting the serpent. But if you keep hiding in the back mountain, sooner or later snakes will crawl into the fields. The courage is not small. I just don't want to keep passively getting hit. You can go. Junior brother, this is too dangerous. Qinghe will look after you. But Lu Qinghe, remember this. No matter how good the chance, life is more important than that. The disciple understands. That person was Lu Qinghe. I heard that the wasteland behind his mountain was already shrouded in spiritual mist. He made the top 10 in the outer gate Xiaobi. It relies on the 5 elements technique. Unfortunately, it was just a useless spiritual root. He must have eaten quite a lot. Spiritual fruits and pills were forcefully piled up. Once inside, act together with our pharmacy. After the secret realm is opened, all disciples will be randomized, transported to different areas of the outer layer. If the landing points are similar, meet as soon as possible. If the landing point is too far, don't go deep into the core area. The communication range within the secret realm is limited, but within 100 zhang, he could sense the positions of fellow disciples. Thank you, Senior Brother Qin. The Qingmu secret realm has been open for 3 days. No killing of fellow disciples is allowed within the secret realm. You must not privately consume the sect's designated spiritual herbs. If you encounter traces of evil cultivators, send the message immediately. Entry. It seems I was teleported to a separate area. A portion of mature spiritual herbs had to be handed over when taken out. No one wants the roots. Repelling evil and thunder vine. If this thing could be grown, it will definitely be useful against evil cultivators and corrupted spirit worms. This trip to the secret realm was the right choice. Others enter secret realms to snatch mature spiritual herbs. I entered the secret realm to collect future energy, planting seeds for a medicinal garden. Help me. There is an evil chi. Don't come over, it's a corrupted spirit bug. Retire. You will be a corrupt spirit worm. Learned a little. The corrupted spirit worm even gave many inner disciples a headache. He is an outer disciple. He casually broke the swarm's control. This is called learning a little. Senior Brother Lu, thank you for your help. How did you run into a swarm of insects? We were originally picking Qingmu flowers. Suddenly, he saw a man in black robes passing through the forest. He didn't notice us, but wherever he had walked, these bugs crawled out from underground. The man in black robes. The evil cultivator really did enter the secret realm. Where did the man in the black robe go? Heading toward Aoki Valley. You head toward the entrance to the secret realm. Find Senior Brother Qinghe or a disciple from the medicine hall. Tell them the news about cultivating evil into the secret realm. What about you? I'm going to Qinghe Valley to take a look. Senior Brother Lu is an evil cultivator. That's why he couldn't be allowed to go further in. Are you sure Lu Qinghe will come? He will come. The corrupt spirit worm had already touched his field. He must know the value of cordyceps Jing. As long as he wanted to protect the back mountain, you won't miss Aoki Valley. I don't care what you do. I just want him to die. Death is the easiest. But before he died, I want to know the secret of his field. It really was Zhao Xian. He even dared to bring in a secret realm. Enough listening. Lu Qinghe, you really came. Colluding with evil cultivators. He harmed his classmates. Zhao Xian, how can you argue this time? Quibble. As long as you die here, who knows what I did? The kid handed over the secret of the back mountain. I can let you die a little faster, then try it. It's because you have too many bugs. My field can still grow more. Cleansing cordyceps. How could he have cordyceps cleanser on him? Reflection. You're not an ordinary spirit planter. Predecessor. Didn't you say the corrupted spirit worm could devour his spirit field? Shut up. If you don't act now, Qinghe and the others will come looking for them soon. Cordyceps and thundervine do indeed repel bugs. It's a pity that your cultivation level is too low. I see how long you can last. The temporary reflection spirit plant consumed a huge amount. If the stalemate continues, I definitely won't be able to hold on. The mother insect must be killed first. Dare not. Black scales. Stop him. Looking for death. Oh no. Qinghe died. My mother bug. Qinghe. Damn it, get out of here. What are you doing? Kill him, kill him. The mother insect was ruined. Don't leave again. We are the ones who die. Don't chase after it. The evil cultivator really did come in. Zhao Xian was with him. Are you sure? I saw it with my own eyes. He couldn't escape. You always say you're careful. But every time he ends up like this. This time, the gains were significant. His life was almost over. You're still thinking about the harvest. It's time to evacuate. This is. An unknown ancient species was detected. Young Wudao tea tree. Enlightenment tea tree. This was the greatest gain of the secret realm. Senior Sister Su, I'm fine. You say one more word. I'll have Senior Sister Lin prescribe you the bitterest medicine. The bitterest medicine. But he is the most suitable person to be fearless of death. Senior Sister Lin. The poison of goo enters the meridians. No forced use of spiritual energy is allowed within 3 days. This bottle of pure vein pill. 1 piece per day. Thank you, Senior Sister Lin. I heard you were in the secret realm. He used cordyceps and thundervine to break the corrupt spirit insect swarm. By the skin of one's teeth. You guys. When faced with things that can't be explained, they all like to talk about luck. These are the pill recipe fragments you brought back from the secret realm. Found next to the lightning-struck wood. This is not an ordinary insect-repelling pill. It should be a jingling insect-repellent pill. If it can be made complete, it is very useful for the medicinal fields in the back mountain. Can Senior Sister Lin make up for it? You can try it, but it takes time. More fragments are also needed. If this thing is planted in the myriad phenomena spiritual field, maybe it could be directly completed. But if you present the complete pill recipe for no reason, it only makes people more suspicious. Why are you reluctant? It's not that I don't want to. Just thinking. If only I could make some of it better. Could you ask Senior Sister Lin to help refine it? You fill in the gap. I even found it in the secret realm. Some related herbs and residual roots. Maybe I can try to push it a bit. Good. Senior Sister Lin. Since he dared to say it, let him try. If you can produce the complete pill recipe in 3 days, I'll clear the way for you. Deal. Junior Brother Lu, you really want to supplement the pill recipe. Try. I see. This is called give it a try. Good luck. Your luck is truly wonderful, making you want to see it. Lock you in the pill room and test you every day. Can senior sister Lin refine it? Yes. And I want to take a look. Is your pill prescription real or not? It really became purifying spirit and repelling insects elixir, though it was a first-tier pill, but it is especially effective against the corrupted spirit worm. If a large quantity can be produced, the back mountain's medicinal fields and the sect's spiritual fields could both be preserved. Lu Qinghe. How much more do you really know? Currently I can farm. Elder Shin has given the order. Immediately seal off all pest-infested areas. Lu Qinghe. This young man was actually able to complete the long-lost jingling pill recipe. He was given a great merit. The back mountain was originally the sect's territory. Lu Qinghe was just an outer disciple. Why should it be monopolized? Not bad, he can grow spirit herbs. This indicates that there must be a spiritual vein beneath the back mountain. The spiritual vein belongs to the sect, not belonging to him, Lu Qinghe. He had saved Elder Shin before. Now we talk about reclaiming the back mountain. It would have chilled the disciple's heart. When Lu Qinghe had just left, not even weeds can grow there. Now he has planted the fields. You all remember that it was the sect's territory. The elder of the medicine hall is mistaken in his words. Lu Qinghe had rendered meritorious service in rescuing Elder Shin. The formula for the jingling insect repellent pill also contributed to its success. Rewards are naturally deserved, but rewards are rewards. The ownership of spiritual fields cannot be confused. They actually want to burn bridges after crossing the river. Elder Zhou meant, what he grows belongs to the sect. His people continued to return as outer disciples of the useless spiritual root. Lin Shi's nephew. This is where the elders hold their meetings. The disciple just thought those words sounded unpleasant. In my opinion, we should immediately retreat to the back mountain, designated as the spiritual plant area directly under the sect. Lu Qinghe said if she was willing, he could become a steward of spiritual plants. Charge. You must collect their fields. You even want them to keep planting for you. Elder Shin, this is not his field. That field had been abandoned for many years. No one in the sect wishes to manage it. If not for Lu Qinghe, today you have no interest in even discussing it. Let Lu Qinghe come. Disciple Lu Qinghe, I have seen the sect master. Elders. Lu Qinghe. Today's matter at the rear mountain. You should know why the sect called you here. No. It's good that you know. The spiritual fields of the back mountain belong to the sect, not yours. Now, the spiritual fields are reviving. The sect decided to reclaim the back mountain. Unified management. Elder Zhou. I want to ask, if the rear hill remains a wasteland, will the sect take it back? Now we're talking about spiritual fields. The disciple understands. In desolate times no one asks. When alive, everyone competes for it. Is this the sect rule? Licentious. Let him say. The disciple entered the sect for 3 years. The 5 elements are mixed with spiritual roots. Sentenced to useless and exiled to the back mountain. Back then, no one asked if I could survive. No one asked if that field could be planted. He only said that if he couldn't hand over the spiritual herbs each month, he would send me down the mountain. Now the back mountain can grow spiritual herbs. Just say those are sect resources. I want to ask, if all the disciples grow something, to be taken away by a single word about sect resources. From now on, who would dare work for the sect? You're threatening the sect. The disciple did not dare. I just want to talk about the rules. How do you want to talk about it? The rear mountain still belongs to the Qinghe sect. The disciples did not dare to claim it for themselves. However, the spiritual plant area of the back mountain must be managed by disciples. If the Medicine Hall and Dan Peak Law Enforcement Hall need spiritual herbs, can be exchanged based on contributions. The sect faces danger. Disciples will also prioritize supplying medicine. But no one is allowed to forcibly take the spirit herb, and must not press disciples about the methods of planting. No disciples from the back mountain were to be transferred at will. If the sect does not permit it, today I will hand over the wooden plaque from the back mountain. From then on, he stopped interfering. Do you think the sect can't grow spiritual herbs without you? If Elder Zhou thinks that even without me, I can still grow them. I am willing to hand over 3 mother seeds. 3 months later. As long as other spiritual fields in the sect can produce the same quality, the disciple immediately gave up the back mountain. Lu Qinghe. You dare to negotiate? I just want to protect what I have grown. Case. And immediately agreed to a 3-month agreement. Suzerain. The rear mountain is designated as a temporary spiritual plant area. Lu Qinghe was to be temporarily placed under supervision for 3 months. Yaotang Danfeng Law Enforcement Hall jointly registers and produces output. If the output at the back mountain is stable, Lu Qinghe was promoted to official spirit plant manager, and still managed the rear mountain. If the output in the rear hills is insufficient, the sect reclaimed. The disciple took the order. Senior Brother Lu. The sect hasn't taken the land away, has it? Not yet. Would you like to farm with me? It's not just you. A menial disciple willing to farm with me. You can come to the back mountain. Contribution points will be awarded accordingly. I planted it. The people I found. Some of them dig into the soil. Some can carry water. Some had done rough labor in the medicinal fields. Not bad. In the eastern district, they planted condensing qi grass. In the western district, Qinghe leaves are planted. Plant hemostatic flowers in the southern area. Plant cordyceps in the northern district. The center was suppressed by the spiritual vein seed. Black scale helped with the flow of spiritual energy. Production exceeded expectations by 3 times. The medicinal properties are surprisingly excellent. Cordyceps cleansing is of high quality enough for alchemy. Prevents insects, poisons, and night attacks. All have their own arrangements. It was only 3 months. Who knows if it will stabilize in the future. Decaying spirit worms. Junior Brother Lu. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Good. What a medicinal garden. Lu Qinghe. You really are hiding a huge secret. Evil cultivators explode with elixirs. Kill him. The 5-element spiritual vein is yours. Lu Qinghe. How could a useless spiritual root like you have all this? Zhao Xian. You still don't understand. The ones who fail are never the spiritual roots. It's your heart. I have a single tree spiritual root. After 3 years of entry, he advanced to the inner gate. You're a weak 5-element spiritual root. I should be trampling on them underfoot. You still dare to block it. Why don't I dare? Die. Junior Brother Lu. This is their account. No one should interfere. No one can save you this time. And can borrow the strength of the outer fields. Unleashed the 5 elements primordial strike. After this strike, the spiritual veins will be dormant for 3 days. Borrow. No way. How could you possibly mobilize the entire medicinal garden? Because of this medicinal garden. I planted it with hoe after hoe. No, impossible. You've never lost to my spiritual root. You lost to your own greed. Save me. Stop him. How are you? It's okay. Besides, it's fine. I really want to keep you in the Guangdong room. Zhao Xian colluded with evil cultivators. He harmed his classmates, abandoned cultivation, and was escorted into the law enforcement hall for interrogation. The remaining followers of evil cultivation, Shun Chongfeng personally investigated. The Lingji zone on the back mountain was officially established. Lu Qinghe was still in charge of the process. Lu Qinghe was promoted to true disciple, offering the true transmission and offering of offerings. Also served as the director of spiritual plants in the rear mountain. Thank you, sect master.